Well, guys, it's that time of the year where I love to share with you guys the games that I enjoyed the most during the whole year. Of course, this year, 2022, and there's been a lot of games that I played on the Nintendo Switch, but since I've been splitting my time with the PlayStation 5, Steam Deck, so I'm just gonna share a couple of games that I enjoy the most during the year of 2022. So let's go ahead and get started. My number 8 game is NieR Automata. Yes, it's a port, but it's one of the best ports in my opinion that the Nintendo Switch has received, especially this year. And I like it. I like the style of the action RPG-ish that this game has. It's like almost like an open world game. You can go anywhere, fight any enemy, attack any mission in the order that you want, and the action is really nice and cool, and I love the upgrades and all that. And it's a game that I spent a lot of hours playing. I still haven't finished it, but it is really damn good. My number 7 game is Bayonetta 3. Bayonetta 3 is a beautiful game, of course sequel to Bayonetta 2 that I truly love, one of my favorites. And of course I haven't finished it yet, but so far I've been loving the game. The game looks gorgeous, the action, it looks amazing, the cutscenes and everything. It's my type of game that I love. I love the games like Devil May Cry, and this game just fits that alley, fits that course of type of games that I really like. And so far I've been loving it, so that's why it's my number 7 game. My number 6 game is a game that just came out, Final Fantasy Crisis Core, Final Fantasy VII, a reunion. It's of course, it used to be a PSP game, but it got remastered and it looks awesome on the Nintendo Switch. Ever since it came out, I haven't been able to put it down. I'm about to finish the game already because it's been super addictive. I've been loving the gameplay style, the action, the upgrading, the way you use material to create more powerful materials. It's really cool. The action, the gameplay, the cutscenes, everything about this game looks awesome. And remember, I'm playing this game mostly in handheld mode. That's why for me, these games actually look incredible. So my number 5 game is actually Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3, loved it. Played the whole main story. It has like a online gameplay, and it has like a story mode. So the story mode, I actually finished it, loved it. Amazing platforming and shooting, and a lot of skills, a lot of puzzle solving you have to do to actually get to the last boss, especially on the last mission. The boss fights are also really nice and unique, just like the first one or the second one. Also going playing multiplayer games once in a while, it's freaking awesome and very addicting. So I have to put it, of course, on my number 5. My number 4 game is MLB The Show 22. Being able to play this game for the first time in a handheld console, it is awesome. Looks great on the small screen. It runs great. It comes with all the awesome features that you get on the console. It's basically identical to everything you get on the console, but there's some things missing. But honestly, being handheld mode, for me, is whatever's missing I forgive, because it is great. It has the actual gameplay that you want to get from MLB The Show and that I remember from playing on the consoles. So yes, it's my number 4. My number 3 game is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Yes, there was 2 big Pokemon games this year, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and Pokemon Arceus that came out early this year around February. And I gotta say, I loved Arceus. I finished the whole story. Of course, I also did a couple more missions after you finish the main story, which I think I did finish. I think I captured another one of the legends, the Arceus. I think I did. But it's awesome. I loved it. I love the fact that it was like almost like an open world game compared to Scarlet. It wasn't that open, but it was like huge hubs that it felt like it was a first open Pokemon game. I loved everything, the action, the fighting, the way you capture Pokemons, the way you build food and all that. The flying and swimming with the other, the Pokemons that you unlock, the huge Pokemons. So for me, it was really cool. I loved it. So that's why it's on my number 3. My number 2 game is Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Yep, awesome game. Sequel to the first one, which was awesome. One of my favorite games ever. And this game also didn't let me down. It's one of my favorite Nintendo Switch games ever. Loved it. Everything about it, the cutscenes, the all the characters that are included from the first game and the new characters that were introduced in this game. The way that they fixed the fighting, the combat is way more smoother than it was before. You have like more liberty when it comes to moving around. The attacks are freaking awesome. The boss fights are awesome. Everything about this game, exploring the world when you're walking around before the fights, it is very, very addicting. And yes, that's why it's my number 2 game. And my number 1 game, of course, is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Amazing, beautiful, gorgeous game. Loved it. I loved everything about this game. This is honestly my first, no, not my first, but around my second Kirby game I ever played before. But this, loved everything about it. You know, the platforming, Kirby turning into different kind of items that you found in the world, like a pipe, like a balloon, like a water fountain, like a car. It's amazing. Refrigerator, everything. It's amazing. This game was spot on, perfect if you ask me when it comes to platforming, the humor in this game, the puzzle solving in this game. Everything about this game is beautiful and gorgeous, and it's almost like a perfect game. In my opinion, it should have been nominated for Game of the Year, but it wasn't on the Game Awards. But for me, it is my number 1 game of the year, and of course, it's one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Switch ever as well. So yeah, those are my games of the year. Like you see, there was no 10 games because honestly, I don't think I deserved to have 10 games in my list, because these are the real games that I enjoyed. I could have added 2 more games if I wanted, but I wouldn't be real to my, to my actual feelings about my enjoyment for the Nintendo Switch this year. Hopefully next year is going to be better. But yes, these are the games that I enjoyed the most this year. Let me know in the comments what games that you enjoyed the most this year and what are you expecting to play next year. Thanks for watching. Till next time, guys. Bye-bye.